Exercise 6, 14G, question 6. So it's a graph sketching question. It's a good one because we've got a cos graph and we know the amplitude of this graph is 5 over 2. It's just the number in front of the cos. And remember, the amplitude is always positive. So if you have a negative 5 over 2, it's still going to be 5 over 2 as the amplitude. So the graph is going to bounce up and down by 5 over 2. Now the period is given by 2 pi divided by n. My n value happens to be the number in front of the x, which happens to be 2/3. So 2 pi divided by 2/3. Now I'm going to move the 3 up to the top, so that becomes 6 pi over 2, which means it's 3 pi. Okay. Now you notice that the period is 3 pi. Our domain is 0 to 2 pi, meaning my graph is going to get cut short. It's going to cut short because in order for the graph to fully express itself in one cycle, like for the cos graph like that, it needs for a total of 3 pi. But hang on, we don't have 3 pi, we have only 2 pi. Okay, so it's going to get cut short, so part of the graph's going to go missing. Okay, that's fine. What I'm going to do, how am I going to approach this is I want to draw it so that I'm going to draw it, I'm going to try to show you what like the full cycle looks like. So I'm just going to, and then cut it. I'll just cut the graph short later. Okay, so I'm going to divide this into quarters. So half of 3 pi and 2, half of 3 pi is 3 pi and 2. Half of 3 pi and 2 is, well, you double the bottom, so that becomes 3 pi over 4. Now, I want to get the 3/4 mark. So if this is 1/4, 3 pi on 4 is 1/4, then if I multiply by 3, that's 9 pi over 4. Okay, and obviously if I multiply by 4, which is 3, you get 3 pi. If you multiply 3 pi and 4 by 4, you get 3 pi. Now I'm going to draw the graph. Now I know that the graph is going to bounce between 5 over 2 and negative 5 over 2, and we're going to go to the maximum, minimum, not median, sorry, maximum, median, minimum, then median, then maximum. Okay, so it's going to look something like this. I'm not going to draw the graph yet because I need to find what my endpoints are. Now, my endpoints are basically where the graph starts, where the graph ends. Okay, so we know f of 0 is the y-intercept. Now, I already know what the y-intercept is because it's going to be the maximum. That's where our graph is 5 over 2. So we know the intercept's 5 over 2. But let's do it anyway to see, practice our our value evaluating the true value skills. Okay, so cos of 2/3 times 0, which is just 0. Now cos of 0, where's cos 0? It's a boundary angle. Cos is at 0 degrees is remember that it's the x value. So x value is 1, so it's 5 over 2. Okay, so it equals 5 over 2 times 1. So it happens to be this value, and that's 5 over 2, which was what do we expect anyway. Okay. Now f of 2 pi. Okay, let's find out what that is. So 5 over 2, I sub in 2 pi. So cos of 2, can you see there's a 2 at the top? 2 times 2 pi is 4 pi over 3. Okay, where's 4 pi over 3 located? On the unit circle? Oh, okay, 4 pi over 3. Well, this is pi, but we're not at pi. We're a bit over pi, because that'll be 3 pi over 3. If we're 4 pi over 3, we're 1 pi more, okay? All students take chocolate. It's in the T quadrant, which means cos is negative. So this is the same value as cos of pi of 3, but it's negative. Okay, so I'm just going to put negative at the front. So it's negative 5, negative, not 5, yeah, 5 on 2. Now the cos of pi over 3, you should remember the exact value, use your fingers. You should get a value of a half. Okay, so this is negative 5 over 4. Okay, oops, negative 5 over 4. So where does this graph end? Well, I know it's going to go like this, but this is negative 5 over 2, right? Negative 5 over 4 is halfway, so it's going to stop halfway here. So it's going to be end here, and we know that this will be 2 pi, negative 5 over 2, negative 5 over 4, and you're done. Okay. Now, how do I know it stops there? It's because 3 pi and 2 are 9 5 4, 2 pi is between there. Okay, so that's where your graph will end. So hopefully that gives you an idea of how to draw it. Um, they are a bit tricky, but you should be comfortable with finding endpoints and finding like solving for these. So hopefully that helps.